I deliberately get every bonus question right in the college entrance exam, just to stay away from Willow. As soon as I walk out of the exam hall, Willow's friends start laughing at me. Even Willow didn't do well. They say, "Submit a blank paper this afternoon. Otherwise, you'll never get the chance to worship her." Then the whole group bursts out laughing. I look at Willow. Disgust is clearly visible on her face, and I nod. "Okay," I say, but inside I'm thinking, whoever wants to be her slave can be one. I'm done serving her. I turn around and call the family steward. Immediately stop all kinds of help to her family. Throw everyone out. Willow calls me 99 times, trembling with anger. I don't pick up a single call. Now she's panicking. Where was all this urgency before? In my previous life, I was the son of the richest man in the city, and I devoted myself completely to my own driver's daughter. To marry her, I even gave her the company my father had given me. But while spending my money, she continued loving someone else. She treated her boyfriend like a precious girlfriend, while treating me like her personal servant. On her wedding day, I called her, hoping to borrow money for my treatment. "All these years you've clung to me," she said coldly. "It was a nightmare. Please stay away from me." When I was dying, I saw the woman who was holding me, and finally understood that the golden circle I had once rejected had been waiting for me all along. When I opened my eyes, I was back in my senior year of high school, dozing off at my desk. Willow shakes me awake. "Julian's stomach is hurting again. Go get stomach medicine for him, then bring his food from the cafeteria. Give him extra meat. He's too thin. He needs it." Julian is lying curled up on his desk. A group of classmates who care about him surrounds him. His stomach hurts, and everyone is worried. And obviously, Willow is the most worried of all. The two of them are always ranked second in the class. In everyone else's eyes, they're a perfect match. The golden couple. And me? I'm just Willow's brainless slave. I nap in every class. I work for her. I bring her food and water between periods. Now that I realize I have been reborn, seeing the same expression on Willow's face only makes me want to laugh. Who does she think she is? Seeing me standing there empty-handed, Willow gets annoyed. "Why are you still standing there? Go and come back quickly." She goes over to Julian and gently pats his back. Julian looks at me. "Let Avon go." "No, I should go myself. Why worry? He likes doing all this. If I don't let him go, he'll actually get sad, right?" She looks at me. I press my lips together and walk toward the cafeteria without saying a word. This time I stand in line and order 2 full meals. A classmate beside me smiles. "Going to bring food for the campus queen Willow again?" But she likes people like Julian, someone as outstanding as him. She wouldn't even look twice at someone like you. And what are you anyway? Aren't you just the servant's son? You go to school with her every day and really think you'll marry her someday. Wake up. A stupid and useless guy like you will spend the rest of his life as a servant in her house. You'll wash her clothes, clean the floors, and change diapers for her future children. I laugh angrily. So Willow has been telling everyone that I'm the servant's son. Before, it was only because I loved her. I drove her to and from school in my car every day, but now, in everyone's eyes, Willow has become the rich daughter, and I'm the servant's son. Hearing me, the classmate rolls her eyes. "And what else would you be? Just hurry up and take her food. Don't be late." She laughs again and everyone around joins in, making fun of my slave-like behavior and my delusion. Just then, the bell rings. I leave the cafeteria, but I don't go back to class. I sit near the flower bed and eat both meals myself. I can't even remember the last time I had a proper meal. Because I didn't have money of my own, I could never buy anything good. I always went to the market right before it closed. I picked up the vegetables nobody wanted. I couldn't even dream of eating meat. I finish both meals, and my hunger becomes a little less intense. By the time I return to class, the first bell has already rung. Willow sees me coming in and speaks irritably. "Where have you been until now? Where's the medicine?" "What medicine?" I look at her coldly. Not even a trace of my old warmth remains. Willow stares at me in frustration. "Stomach medicine for Julian. I told you his stomach was hurting. Are you deaf? Can't you even handle such a small thing?" I look at the pale-faced Julian. What does he have to do with me? Why is buying his medicine my responsibility? Julian's family is ordinary, but ever since he met Willow, she has treated him very well. Every time my father gives me something good, Willow directly gives it to Julian. The watch currently on Julian's wrist is mine. The two of them use my card. They spend my money, they enjoy everything I own, and yet they still order me around like a servant. Fine, Avon, you want to make a scene. If that's how it is, don't expect anything from me next time. And don't come asking me for an apology. I stare at Willow. Her words seem ridiculous to me. Why would I need to apologize? What did I do wrong? Everyone turns to look at me after hearing me talk back to Willow. What's going on? Did this slave finally grow a backbone? Even Willow freezes for a moment. She looks at me, remembering how I used to beg her for everything. "If you have the courage, don't come home with me this afternoon." I nod. "Okay." I go back to my seat and sit down as if she never said anything. But inside, I have already made up my mind. Julian's desk mate, Vanessa, sees all this and jumps in to act like a judge. "Seriously, Avon, what's wrong with you? You just had to bring one medicine. Can't you even do that? Can't you see Julian isn't feeling well?" I give her a cold look. "If you care so much, why don't you go and get it yourself?" Vanessa shamelessly replies, "It's your job, not mine. Why should I go?" And why should I go? Julian has nothing to do with me. Vanessa points a finger at me. You're the campus queen's servant. Isn't bringing medicine for the campus queen's friend your job? I turn toward Willow. Willow, have you been telling everyone that I'm a servant in your house? I stare straight at her. Willow shrinks back a little. Of course, people had drawn their own conclusions. Seeing her arrive in a luxury car every day, they had made their own assumptions, and she had never corrected them. She could never admit that her father was just a driver, that she was the daughter of the chauffeur at my house. Forget the medicine, I'll buy it myself. Willow thinks that since I love her, it seems perfectly normal for me not to bring medicine for Julian. She looks at me. And the food you ordered? If you didn't bring the medicine, then at least you brought the food, right? And she had heard from a classmate that I had just bought 2 full meals. I answer in a flat tone. Did you eat them? You ate both of them? Willow almost looks upset. I nod. The classmate sitting in front turned toward me in disgust. Are you a pig? You finished 2 whole meals. They are used to flattering Willow and looking down their noses at me. Before, because they were all Willow's friends, I would cater to them. I didn't want to upset anyone close to her. I hoped they would praise me in front of her. Now I realized that I had spoiled them. Every time Willow treated them to food, the money was mine. Was I supposed to eat with my own money? 2 meals were nothing. Even 20 meals would have been my right. Hearing this, the classmate's face turns dark and she mutters quietly, Your money? Yeah, all your money comes from the campus queen's family anyway. I don't offer any explanation, but beside me, Willow's temper is rising, especially because I didn't bring any food for her. I left her without lunch. Her anger finally boils over. Even, you brought this upon yourself. Let's see how long you last this time. She stands up, gathers her things, and turns to Vanessa, Julian's desk mate. Change seats. You sit with him. Every time she gets angry with me, this is her punishment, refusing to sit beside me. After all, having her sit beside me was something I had begged for myself. She was supposed to be my tutor, sitting beside me and teaching me. But looking back now, Willow never actually taught me anything. She only gave orders. She thinks this will still scare me. I show no reaction. Willow remains there without lunch, while Julian sits there troubled by his stomach pain. Looking at me from near the window with dark eyes, Willow is truly very angry this time. She's sure that when I finally come to apologize, she won't forget to tell me how much trouble I am in. When school ends, the Maybach sent to pick me up that afternoon is waiting at the gate. I walk out of the school gate and go straight toward the car. By now, the whole school knows I have angered Willow. Everyone is waiting for me to fall flat on my face. Seeing me shamelessly get into the car, they can't stop themselves from whispering and making gestures. Didn't he refuse to give lunch to the campus queen? How does he have the nerve to still sit in her family's car? He's just the servant's son. Does he think he's the owner? Willow hasn't even arrived yet, and he's already sitting inside. Willow is so nice. If I had to deal with such a shameless loser's son, I would have kicked him out long ago. Hearing all the jokes, I don't bother responding. After sitting down, I speak to the driver in a flat tone. Drive. The driver looks at me. But Miss Lane hasn't arrived yet. Let's wait a little longer. Sometimes Willow was late because of student council work, and I always waited patiently. He thought it would be the same today, but as soon as I get into the car, I order him to drive. Seeing the driver refuse to listen to me and take Willow's side makes me laugh. Mr. Lane, my father has only one son. Where did this daughter from your family come from? Did you have a fight with Willow? It's okay, sir. Don't worry. I'll talk to her later. No need. Just drive. I don't want to go with her and I don't want to see her again. Mr. Lane hesitates. He clearly refuses to obey my order. He knows how afraid I used to be of angering Willow. Every time Willow said something, I never argued. If he ignores me now, he thinks that at most, Willow will scold him a little, thinking that one day I will inherit the family fortune and that money will belong to his daughter. The driver has stopped seeing himself as a driver. He acts in front of me like some future father-in-law. Are you going to drive or not? I am dumbfounded. To be honest, my father had wanted to fire him a long time ago. After hearing that he gambled behind his back, my father felt that someone like him could not be trusted in the house. But back then, my head was in the clouds, and I kept defending him, thinking that if he stayed, Willow could stay close to the Lane family. I recommended him for the job. I even insisted that he treated me well. That is the only reason he has kept his job for so long, and now he is refusing to listen to his master. She has arrived. Seeing Willow at the gate, Mr. Lane quickly gets out of the car. Willow is supporting Julian. The two of them are walking toward the car. As Mr. Lane opens the door for them, Willow is about to help Julian inside because Julian likes Willow and wants to go home with her. Julian always comes with us. The driver used to drop Julian off first. Then he would take us home. Not just that. Every morning, I had to wake up early and pick up Julian first. Before Julian can get inside, I speak. Didn't you say this afternoon that you wouldn't go with me? Then why is he getting into my car? The classmates standing outside burst out. What happened to him? This is clearly the campus queen's car. He's pretending to be the owner. Laughter. Bringing him along was already a favor, and now he won't even let his friend sit inside. Everyone speaks at once, and Willow's face becomes stern. I'm giving you a way out, and you're not taking it. Is all this really necessary? I even let the lunch thing go. I decided to forgive you. Even, are you really going to continue this? I don't need your forgiveness. Find your own way home. Don't come with me. Willow's face first turns pale. Then it turns red with anger. She knows that in everyone's eyes, she is considered a rich heiress. If she doesn't get into my car now, won't her entire act be exposed? She immediately bends down, pulls me out of the car, and pushes Julian inside. Willow, don't take this too far. I admit that she has really annoyed me. There are so many things from before that I can no longer tolerate. tolerate. But now, seeing that same expression on her face, I can't understand how I endured it and thought she was amazing. Willow ignores me. Clearly, she doesn't want to argue with me. Drive, she tells her father, and Mr. Lane actually drives away. I am left standing there. The watching crowd bursts out laughing. Serves him right. He deserved it. What a shameless idiot. I take out my phone. The cheap Nokia Willow had once bought for herself. To make her happy, I had once given her the smartphone my father gave me for my birthday, and in exchange, I took this old Nokia. Back then, I thought this would preserve her pride. Now, looking at this broken down phone, it just seems ridiculous. Still, I dial my father. It doesn't take long. The Maybach that had just left comes back. It stops at the gate. Mr. Lane gets out. His face clearly shows that he has been scolded. Young master, he looks clearly troubled. Get the two of them out of the car. I don't want to go with them. Mr. Lane turns toward the two sitting in the back. Willow helps Julian get out. Julian didn't expect this. His face turns pale again and again. Even if you don't like me, fine. But why take your anger out on Willow for this? She has always treated you well, right? Willow pulls Julian back. Don't waste words on him. Once both of them are outside, I finally get into the car. As we leave, I roll down the window and wave at Willow with a smile. Bye. Mr. Lane looks at me in the mirror. He didn't expect me to go this far. He can't hold it in. Young master, fights happen. It's normal. Don't be upset. I'll make Willow apologize to you later. But now she has no ride. She may have to take the bus, and who knows when she'll get home. Everyone else takes the bus. Fine, why can't she? Mr. Lane, have you forgotten who pays your salary? If you don't like the way I do things, why don't you quit instead of giving me orders? Does he really think that because of my attachment to his daughter, he can insult me? Mr. Lane is shocked and immediately shuts his mouth. When I get home, Mrs. Joe sees me. Young master, why did you come alone? Where is Miss Lane? There is no Miss Lane in this house anymore. Mrs. Joe freezes at my words. Her young master's eyes have finally opened. I had always treated Willow so well that she and her father had forgotten their place. Many times Mrs. Joe wanted to say something, but didn't have the courage. She was afraid that I would get angry. Now, hearing my words, Mrs. Joe is genuinely relieved. She has always treated me the best among all the staff, but back then, because she often worked around Willow, I would become annoyed with her. Later, once Willow took over the house, Mrs. Joe was the first person who would have been thrown out. Remembering all this, seeing Mrs. Joe again makes my eyes burn. I'm going upstairs. Of course, Miss Lee came. I sent them home. Sophia actually comes often, but because my father had arranged our engagement and I was obsessed with Willow, I couldn't stand even looking at Sophia. Every time she came, I refused to meet her. I would send her back without saying a word. In the end, I never saw Sophia. Thinking back when I was close to death, it was her people who took me to the hospital, and even then, she still remembered that she was my fiancé. I stopped Mrs. Joe. I'll go meet her. Where is she? She's in the backyard playing with Big White. I go to the back and find Sophia feeding Big White. This is the dog I had asked for myself, but Willow said she didn't like dogs. So I stopped going near him. Sophia came out. She gets along with him very well. I remember hearing before I died that despite all her good qualities, she had remained single for years. Thinking about this makes my eyes turn red. Sophia stops petting Big White and looks at me. She sees me standing at the gate. I don't know how long I've been standing here. She's about to step forward. Then she remembers how much I disliked her and stops. Young master, huh? Sophia is beautiful but composed and far more mature than her age. Even though she is the same age as me, she carries herself like someone who is already in her 20s. As for her grades, she has always ranked first in the province, the only person Willow couldn't tolerate. Willow always said Sophia only excelled because her family gave her every resource. With the same advantages, Willow believed she would be equal to or better than her. Every time Sophia's scores came out, Willow would clearly be annoyed, and I also started treating Sophia like an enemy. But when I think about it, we never even had any dealings with each other. What had she ever done wrong to me? This time, when I see her, I try to keep myself calm. Is there something you need? I just came to see you. When I remain silent, Sophia senses the atmosphere. I know you don't want to see me. I'll leave. She didn't expect that I would agree to meet her. She had only come to see Big White and never dreamed that I would let her come in. For her, this moment alone is enough. Seeing her leave, I ask, would you like to stay for dinner? Hearing this, Sophia stops. She looks at me in disbelief. Really? Just then, the setting sun illuminates me. It softens my entire presence. Of course. Willow still hasn't come home. She went to take Julian home. Before, I used to wait for her before starting dinner. Mrs. Joe looks surprised to see me eating so early today. Not waiting for Miss Lane? Why should I? The whole house has gotten used to me being Willow's slave. Now this will change. Get used to it. Mrs. Joe doesn't ask anything further. Of course, I'll arrange it right away. And tell Mr. Lane he doesn't need to come tomorrow. Mrs. Joe pauses for a moment. Then she quickly composes herself. She has no right to question the master's decisions. Willow's father has been fired. We sit in the dining room. Sophia was secretly looking at me. And now that I have sat down, she quickly looks away. Uncomfortable, she hadn't expected me to be this innocent. I can't stop myself from teasing her a little. Why aren't you looking at me? Am I really that bad looking? My grades are definitely bad, but I'm not bad looking. No, she looks at me. Her expression is composed, but if you look closely, her ears have turned red. I smile. By the way, I've heard your grades have always been excellent. Sophia is a little confused by my sudden warmth. They're okay. Can you recommend a good tutor? Relying on Willow clearly isn't going to work. This time, I won't repeat my old mistake, believing that my father would always protect me, never properly opening a book. While I have the chance, I want to make up for what I've neglected in my studies. Sophia has good resources. If she recommends a tutor, maybe it will work out. You're looking for a tutor? As for Willow, she had once heard that I had a tutor and thought it was some classmate because of whom she had started living in my house. Now I have kicked her out. Willow had never shown any respect while teaching me. She had not an ounce of patience while teaching, and the money I paid was simply wasted. Sophia looks a little surprised, seeing that I'm serious. I'm not joking. She picks up her cup and takes a sip, trying to hide her nervousness. I don't have a tutor. I study by myself. If you don't mind, I can come every day and teach you. She thought I might refuse because I had never even looked at her before, and inviting her to dinner today had already surprised her. So when she sees my reaction, my face lights up with genuine happiness. Really? Sophia nods, surprised by her own happiness. As long as you're willing, I can do it. Of course. I'm just worried that I'll take away from your own study time. You have your own work too. It's okay. It won't make any difference. Sophia's expression remains composed, but her eyes are certainly gentle. She had finished the entire high school curriculum long ago and had guaranteed university placement, but she doesn't tell me. She's afraid that it might push me away. Then thank you. My grades are bad. Just don't think I'm very stupid. Willow's grades were good too, but she never had any patience with me. If I didn't understand something, after she explained it once, she would snap at me. My grades were average before, but after she started teaching me, they became even worse. This completely destroyed my confidence. It won't be like that here, so from now on, you'll come to my house every day after school. We'll eat together. I notice how calmly Sophia composes herself. I pick up my chopsticks and put some food onto her plate. Consider this your home. Don't be so formal. Just then, Willow returns after taking Julian home. She has just found out that her father has been fired. Her father had scolded her about it. Seeing that I started dinner without waiting for her and that every dish on the table has already been touched, her face immediately turns dark. I look at her indifferently and continue eating. Willow came to ask me about her father's situation, but seeing Sophia here, she asks irritably, why is she here? Before, to make Willow happy, I never allowed myself to get close to other girls. Whenever Sophia came, I wouldn't even look at her. Every time, I would send her back. I never even thought that one day I would ask her to stay for dinner. She's my guest. Do you have a problem? Willow unwillingly sits down. She stares at me. You deliberately invited her here, just to make me jealous, right? Sophia quietly sits beside me. She doesn't say anything. I turn toward Willow. You're thinking too much. Willow, you're not that important. At one point, I thought this woman was my entire world, that everything in my life should revolve around her. But after getting a second chance, looking at her only makes me feel disgust and hatred. Continuing to love her would have pushed my entire life into an endless pit. If you think that being with other girls will make me jealous, Avon, you think too highly of yourself. Seeing you with someone else would actually make me relieved. It means you'll stop bothering me all day. With that, she storms off and locks herself in her room. I am speechless. As soon as Willow leaves, I see a complicated expression in Sophia's eyes. Don't pay attention to what she said. I'm worried she might have gotten upset because of this. My confidence wavers a little, but to my surprise, Sophia doesn't say a word about it. After dinner, I walk Sophia a long way home. Be careful on your way home. Okay. She leaves without saying much, calm as always. As I walk back inside, Willow comes down the stairs. Despite all the cruelty she would later be capable of showing, her face was undeniably soft. Soft, nose, features, calm, gentle. It was exactly this appearance that I had once become completely captivated by. Now Willow confronts me. Why did you fire my father? She doesn't say it in front of others. She doesn't want anyone to know that she is actually the daughter of the Chen family's driver. Making a scene in front of Sophia would embarrass her. I answer irritably, I don't need to explain myself for firing a driver. This is my house's business. Everything that happened today was my decision. It has nothing to do with her. Then just fire me. Hearing the word fire, I feel a surge of excitement inside. I stare at Willow. Okay, no problem. Wait, what did you just say? Willow looks at me in shock. Seeing her reaction, I continue. You've always thought I was stupid, right? Then let's end this here. Get out of my house. I'll find another tutor. Ever since you started teaching me, my grades have gotten worse. I don't think you're worth what I was paying you. Willow thought I was just joking, but she had never imagined that I really intended to fire her from the tutor job. Your grades are bad because you're just too slow. That's the problem. Explain something to Julian once and he understands immediately, while you're as slow as a brick, and you blame me for it. Any other tutor would get the same result. This is completely your own problem. Empty the house. Willow's eyebrows tighten. Even, you're still a student. Your focus should be on your studies. No wonder your grades are so bad. What are you talking about? What is this whole act? Is this just jealousy? Because Julian and I are so close. That's why you're in this mood. Right now, I just want to focus and get into a good university. Not like you, who can completely drop out of school and live off your family's money. So there's no question of me being with you. I look at the woman standing in front front of me. For a moment, I'm genuinely shocked. Then I understand. Who told you that I want to be with you? Seriously, Willow, where does this confidence come from? Do you really think I want to be with you? Without me, you're nothing. Willow thinks I'm just being stubborn to show off. Think whatever you want, but remember one thing. Next time you invite Sophia to dinner, don't blame me for giving you the silent treatment. With that, she goes straight back to her room and slams the door shut. I go back to my room and call Mrs. Joe. Tomorrow, take all of Willow's belongings out of that room. I won't let someone like her boss me around under my own roof. Then I ask for Sophia's phone number and save it. I send her a message. Have you reached home? But she doesn't reply. The next morning, since I no longer have to pick up Julian, I manage to sleep properly for once. I think Willow has already left, but when I come downstairs, she's sitting at the table waiting for me. I sit down and start breakfast. Every day, because I was in a hurry to pick up Julian, I couldn't even have a proper breakfast at home. Seeing Willow sitting there, I'm not gonna take her anymore. You're welcome to leave early. After finishing my food, I walk out. Willow follows right behind me. The driver has already been replaced and he opens the door for me without being told. I sit down and Willow gets in directly behind me. I look at her. Campus Queen Willow, what am I supposed to take this as? Didn't you say you wouldn't go with me? I remember your exact words from yesterday. Willow bites her lip. She says nothing. If her father hadn't forced her to make things right with me, she would never have humbled herself this much. A boy who thinks he can move people around with a little money. There's nothing great about him in her mind. But her father needs this job. I don't bother wasting time. Drive, I tell the chauffeur. We arrive at the school gate. I get out. Willow follows behind me. Before, they always came with Julian. But today, Julian has taken the bus alone. Seeing Willow, he quickly comes over. His eyes settle on me. After my outburst yesterday, he couldn't understand how some servant's son had treated Willow with such arrogance. Seeing us come to school together, he asks, "Did you two make up?" I don't bother answering. I walk straight past them and go inside. Willow watches my back, completely ignored. Her eyebrows tighten slightly. There's no need to argue with him. She tells Julian, "You're still letting some useless guy's son put this kind of pressure on you. Your personality is too kind. Don't worry about what people are saying about this. My father has a good relationship with the Chens. He told me to take care of Evan. I can't just abandon him." Okay. Knowing that this is actually about her father's job, Julian calms down a little. I reach the classroom. Vanessa is already there, blocking my seat. "Move!" Vanessa glares at me. "You've got a lot of nerve. Yesterday you left the campus queen and Julian there and drove away in the car yourself." I look back at Vanessa with a slight nod. "It's my own car. I have the right to decide who sits in it. Since when has that become your job, and who are you?" Seeing me so confident sparks everyone's curiosity. "Wait, are you saying that Maybach belongs to your house? What else would it be?" I look at that person with a flat expression. Vanessa lets out a small laugh. "Please, even. We all know what you are. Still trying to act like the young master. Do you really think you earned this? I heard that driver is your own father. Your whole family works for the Lanes. It's only because of the campus queen's kindness that she hasn't kicked you out yet. But don't push your luck." Vanessa is close to Julian, and Julian often stays with Willow, so hearing her say this, everyone easily accepts her version. Willow and Julian appear at the classroom door. Willow's face looks strange because Vanessa wasn't actually attacking me. She was exposing her. She walks over and tells Vanessa, "Go to your seat." Vanessa gives Willow an uncertain look. Clearly sensing her displeasure, she reluctantly clears her belongings away. Willow sits back in her old seat. I don't pay much attention to what she does. I don't care what she does. She is the teacher's favorite and has plenty of social capital. No one is going to question her over a simple seat change. Sitting beside Julian, Vanessa is still a little unconvinced. She turns toward Julian. "Seriously, Julian, what's going on with Willow? Even is practically crawling all over her, and she's still defending him. Even is actually living in her house. Her father told her to take care of Even. Nothing more. Don't overthink it." That's why I was wondering why Even was behaving like this. He even claimed that the car belongs to his house. Willow's own phone is clearly expensive. Even the gifts she gave Julian weren't cheap. Then look at Evan's phone. It's as good as mine, and he's still pretending to be some rich heir. Who would believe that? I sit at my desk and sneak a glance at my phone. Sophia has finally replied. Just an M. It feels completely cold. I can't help but remember how warm she was with me yesterday. Her attitude only changed after she went home. The message I sent last night has only just received a reply. Just then, Willow, sitting beside me, notices that I'm looking at a message. The contact is still saved under Sophia's name. She is immediately stunned. On the surface, nothing about her has changed. Yet, since yesterday, she feels that I have become a completely different person. I take out my phone and message Sophia. "Are you coming to teach me this afternoon too?" Sophia again replies with just one word. "Yes, as long as she is coming, that's enough." I don't pay attention to it and focus completely on the class. At lunch, Julian comes down to eat with Willow. Willow looks at me without thinking. "Aren't you coming to eat?" Today, my focus genuinely surprises Willow. I didn't yawn even once during the entire class, and right now, I'm carefully organizing my notes. She used to joke that she was the only thing on my mind. Turns out, I really can study seriously. Even after the bell rings, seeing me completely absorbed, Willow can't help but ask, but I act as if I didn't hear anything she said and completely ignore her. Julian looks at Willow. "If Evan isn't coming, let's go alone. We'll bring something back for him." "No need." I reject Julian's offer. Julian is a genuinely decent person. At least that's how his reputation has always been. Whenever people made fun of me behind my back, Julian's attitude toward me was always consistently kind and easygoing. But I'm not interested interested in owing anyone a favor. I properly organize my things and get up, going downstairs without the two of them. While walking with Willow, Julian asks what's going on with her. He's not even talking to you. What exactly did you do to him? Willow is just as confused and uneasy trying to understand. No matter how coldly she had treated me, I always followed behind her like a loyal dog. Yet starting yesterday, even though she hadn't done anything different, I had become like this. It was genuinely surprising. By the way, your birthday party is this weekend. Are you inviting him? This week is Willow's birthday. Last year, her birthday was held at the Royal Court Hotel. I personally booked the venue and arranged every detail, allowing Willow to invite the entire class. It was a night where millions were spent. Everyone who attended couldn't stop praising it, and back then, I truly believed that going to Willow's birthday party was an honor. This year wouldn't have been any different. Until a few days ago, I had already made every arrangement in advance. If I hadn't announced that I was firing her father, Willow wouldn't have thought twice about it. But after what I said yesterday and my cold attitude today, she starts thinking about it a lot. If I don't come, should the party even happen? Seeing my figure disappear from the hall, Willow reassures herself. It's okay. Why am I worried? He'll definitely come. There's no way he'll skip my birthday completely. Maybe he's just gotten a little cold. Perhaps he's planning a surprise. Thinking this, she feels a little calmer. She tells Julian that he will definitely come. After all, he hasn't missed a single one. That afternoon, Willow and Julian have a rehearsal for the school event. I don't wait for anyone. I go straight home. Sophia has already arrived. As soon as I return, she and Big White come to welcome me. Seeing her standing there puts a smile on my face. Maybe it's a bond from my past life, because now, whenever I see her, it feels precious, almost rare. Seeing the smile on my face, Sophia pauses for a moment. She was used to my old, cold, and arbitrary attitude. My new warmth surprises her again and again. It makes her a little shy. She doesn't look directly at me. I smile at her. You're here early today, then let's go study. I take Sophia upstairs. There were quite a few things in class today that I didn't completely understand. I was hoping you could help me. The two of us sit in the study. Sophia sits beside me. She has brought 2 practice tests. She wants to check my current level first. I seriously take the test. Then, I hand it to her. Sophia quietly takes them. She reads them for a while. I feel a little embarrassed. I'm really this bad. It's not your fault. Your study methods just haven't been right. We'll start with the basics. I nod in agreement. While teaching, Sophia keeps her head lowered the entire time. She never looks directly at me. She explains everything with genuine focus. But her way of breaking down the problems is remarkably clear and easy to understand. The things that confused me before suddenly make sense when Sophia explains them. After teaching for a while, she gets thirsty. As soon as she raises her eyes, she notices that I'm looking at her and awkwardly swallows. Then she looks back at the problem set. What happened? Is something wrong? I just feel like you're very patient with me. But on the phone, you're so distant. One word replies. Is it because of Willow and me? Are you angry with me? No. My family came over yesterday, so I was busy. I didn't have time to reply. By the time I saw the message, it was already morning. If you ever need anything, just call me directly. Just as the two of us are immersed in the lesson, my phone suddenly rings. I quickly pick it up and Willow's voice comes from the other side. What does this even mean right now? What? Hearing the accusation in her tone, I genuinely don't know what I've supposedly done wrong this time. You had all my things thrown out. I briefly glance at Sophia. I don't try to hide anything from her and answer Willow directly. I told you yesterday that you're fired and there's no reason for you to keep living in my house with him, right? I'm in the middle of a lesson. Don't bother me. With that, I hang up the phone. Willow is standing outside the door, seeing her belongings scattered messily outside. She can't believe that I would really do this, that I would actually kick her out. I hang up the phone and turn towards Sophia. Let's go, she replies in a soft voice. And not long after, the study door suddenly bursts open. Willow is standing at the doorway, her face dark with anger. Her eyes fall on Sophia and me. There is a flash of contempt in her eyes. Seeing her standing there, I get up. What are you doing here? Didn't you say that you didn't like me? That you despised me? And now, suddenly, you can't leave me alone. Willow steps forward. There is accusation in her voice. Evan, do you enjoy humiliating me like this? Sophia also gets up, instinctively coming between us and protecting me. Humiliating you? Seeing Willow so angry, I step back. Are you confused about something? How exactly am I humiliating you? Willow, if anyone has been humiliated here, it's me. Every expense of your life has been paid for with my money. You and Julian are stuck together every single day, while I kept following behind the two of you like a servant. I served both of you and still endured your indifference. Isn't that humiliation? Now I'm simply taking back what I gave. But somehow, in her eyes, this becomes humiliation. Willow's lips tremble slightly. She looks at me. Don't think that bringing someone else here will put any pressure on me. I could never like you. I could never be with you. With that, she turns to leave and walks straight into the doorframe. I open the window and watch her go downstairs. She gathers her belongings and leaves without stopping for even a moment. Quite a clean exit. Willow has always carried herself with dignity in front of me. Poor in circumstances, but stubbornly proud. No matter how well I treated her, she never came after me for money. That was exactly what attracted me to her back then. Looking at it now, it just seems absurd. Seeing me standing by the window, Sophia gently reminds me, even if you're sorry, let's go. Or maybe I should go home first. You don't seem to be in a good mood. No, actually, I'm fine. I'm just thinking about my past life. Some foolish things I did back then. It has nothing to do with feeling sorry for Willow. Watching her leave actually gives me a quiet sense of relief, because now I'm no longer afraid of my future. Staying away from Willow means that this time I won't get sick and suffer the same fate. Sophia says I should go. She turns to leave and I step forward and grab her hand. Sophia freezes. She turns back and looks at me. What's wrong? Honestly, I don't even know what I'm doing, but I'm not naive. I can tell that she is a little troubled. Every time Willow comes and says something, Sophia instinctively backs away, creating distance between us. Willow and I were painfully close before, and I never hid my feelings from her. Everyone probably thought, Sophia included, that deep down I loved Willow, and honestly, there was a time when I did. If it weren't for the tragic ending I experienced in my previous life, I might never have known who she really was. Seeing her look at me, I let go of her hand. Are you free on Saturday? I want to go to the Royal Court Hotel for dinner. Will you come with me? The food at the Royal Court is really excellent. In my previous life, I essentially starved to death, and now I just want to enjoy the real pleasures of life at least once. If this had happened before, I would have taken Willow with me, but now I would much rather ask Sophia. She is the one my father has arranged to be my wife. Unless I do something drastic to change it, there is a strong possibility that I'll marry Sophia after graduation. I used to think my father was ignoring my wishes with this decision, but looking back now, she is just as beautiful as Willow in every way, and on top of that, she comes from a genuinely good family. Would a girl like her even look at me twice? If anything, I'm getting the better deal. You won't go with her, meaning Willow. When I ask, do you actually want me to stay with her? Would you prefer that I start avoiding you again, like before? Absolutely not. Then it's settled. See you Saturday. That Saturday afternoon, I arrive a little late. As I walk inside, I see quite a few familiar faces at the door. All of them are dressed nicely. Seeing me, Vanessa, Julian's close friend, can't hold back a cold laugh. You really had the nerve to come here? Why wouldn't I come? The owner of the Royal Court is a close friend of my father. I'm practically a VIP here. I can come whenever I want. Rather, I'd like to know exactly why I shouldn't come. Vanessa lets out a cold laugh. For the past few days, the campus queen hasn't even looked at you. And now, on her actual birthday, you still have the nerve to come. Fine, today is Willow's birthday. I genuinely forgot I was so immersed in studying. If they hadn't mentioned it, it probably would have completely slipped my mind. Earlier, I had already spoken to the hotel staff because this was Willow's 18th birthday. That year, I had thrown a grand celebration for her 18th birthday at the Royal Court. I spared no expense, and it was the very day I finally found out the truth. Even, will you always interfere in my life? I remember getting upset and not talking to her afterward. 2 full days of a Cold War, and yet in the end, I was the one who apologized first, just to persuade her to marry me. I even gave her the company my father had left behind. Stupidity beyond words. Now, standing here and looking at the lively crowd, I have no interest in getting engaged to any of them. I was the one who had set up every arrangement for Willow's hotel party, and obviously, the bill would fall on me too. Now that I have come to my senses, I feel no obligation toward her. She actually brought such a huge crowd here to spend money from my account. I'm almost curious. I want to see how she handles it afterward. I ignore the mocking classmates around me and head straight toward the elevator. My table with Sophia is already reserved. I don't know whether she has arrived or not. As soon as I step out of the elevator, I see Willow talking deeply with Julian, and she immediately notices me. Her eyes instantly lock onto me. I knew you would eventually come, and I thought maybe you really wouldn't come. Willow walks toward me. There is a little smug satisfaction in her voice, as if she is teasing me. Didn't you say you weren't coming? And don't think that just because you came now, I've forgiven you. I'm still angry with you. She always does this. She uses her anger to force me to bend. I look at her. The corner of my mouth lifts slightly. Is there a problem? Did you come to celebrate my birthday? What exactly would be my reason for celebrating your birthday? Didn't you yourself leave me off the guest list? You already have half the class here for your birthday. One less guest won't make much difference. Even, what exactly are you trying to say? Willow looks at me with clear irritation, still stubbornly refusing to let me even touch her on her birthday. She is determined to provoke a reaction. Just then, the restaurant manager comes over to me and addresses me. Young Master Chan, has Sophia arrived? The manager nods. She is already here. Please follow me. The manager starts guiding me towards Sophia, but Willow follows behind. Even, hasn't your little performance ended yet? Are you actually going to meet Sophia? Is she so kind that she can't bring herself to reject you? I look at her. You're the one making a spectacle here. First, you didn't want me clinging to you. You said I was bothering you. And now that I've stopped, what's the problem? Your friends are still waiting for you. As I say this, I glance toward Julian. Hesitating to follow, he isn't sure whether this is his place. Julian had never seen Willow so eager about me before. Of course, I know exactly why she has suddenly become so insistent. It's not that she can't bear to lose me, it's that she can't bear to lose the money in my pocket. Before, she didn't have the slightest attachment to me. Yet, without thinking for even a moment, she enjoyed everything I gave her. She would verbally refuse gifts, but she happily accepted all of them. Now that I've stopped paying attention to her, she's panicking. After all, such an elaborate birthday party can't fall apart at the last minute. If this is about my relationship with Julian, I can keep more distance from him. Can you please stop making a scene here? For once, remarkably, she is bending. That alone tells me how much this party means means to her. It makes sense. If she didn't care so much about appearances, she wouldn't pretend to be a wealthy heiress at school or invite half the grade to celebrate her birthday. Turns out she's afraid of losing face too. After watching Willow play the role of an untouchably elegant heiress for so long, seeing her bend now just to save a party is almost entertaining to me. I nod in agreement. I know it's your birthday today. There's no reason to ruin everyone's mood, right? With that, I turn toward the manager. I had reserved a room here earlier, the Jade Room, under Willow Lane's name. The manager checks the records. That's right, young Master Chan. Since today is Miss Lane's birthday, we'll keep the room reserved for her. After finishing the conversation, I turn toward Willow. That takes care of it, right? Willow lets out a sigh of relief upon hearing this. So this whole drama was just to keep Julian and me apart. You just can't stand seeing us together. You're thinking too much. Who you're with doesn't matter to me. Willow, in time, you'll understand. Without me, Evan, you are nothing. The manager stands silently beside us, clearly embarrassed on Willow's behalf. Hearing her say this in front of everyone, it's pointless to waste any more words on her. She turns around and walks away without stopping. When the manager looks at me, I immediately have him prepare the Jade Room. I nod in agreement. One more thing. Make sure no one leaves until the bill has been paid. No one should be allowed to leave before she herself pays the bill. Okay, young Master Chan. Once everything is arranged, I go looking for Sophia. Willow goes back toward Julian. Julian sees the darkness on her face. How was it? What were you two talking about? Nothing special. She looks at Julian as gentle and attentive as always. Once this birthday party is over, he will have nothing to do with me. He will never give me even a kind look again. As soon as I enter, she's looking at the menu. Suddenly, there is a sound. She looks up and our eyes meet. I smile. Have you been waiting for a long time? No, I just got here too. Sophia looks at me carefully. I casually sit down beside her. Sophia did not expect me to sit so close. She becomes a little restless. There were other seats where I could have sat. I do not notice her uneasiness at all. Have you ordered? Not yet. I'm looking. Let me see. I lean over holding her hand and look at the menu. Sophia cannot focus on the menu. She's too busy looking at me. I want something with a strong flavor. Somehow it reminds me that I'm still alive. Those days of hunger, cold, sleepless nights, and illness were complete torture for me. Even now, after being reborn, I sometimes go back to that life in my dreams. It's very spicy. I fan my mouth. Then I take a sip of watermelon juice. Sophia asks, do you like spicy food? Okay, actually, I really like it. You should try it too. She agrees and picks up the chopsticks. There is a waiter stationed in their private room to serve them. Not long after, the owner of Royal Court Hotel enters. His name is Nathan Joe. Seeing him, I politely greet him. Uncle Nathan. Nathan looks at me and a smile appears on his lips. Evan, you're here too. As soon as he says this, I realize that he did not come for me. Sure enough, Nathan turns towards Sophia. He politely addresses her. Miss Lee, welcome to our hotel. If there is anything lacking, please let us know. Just because he is close to my father, he knows Sophia's true identity. Most people do not know who she is. The young heiress of the Lee family from the capital who is hiding in Yun City. Sophia gives a brief acknowledgement. Then she goes back eating. So cold. I used to think she was a warm person, but now, seeing her, I realize that Sophia does not like talking to people at all. Nathan pauses for a moment. He fills her glass with water himself and gives it to her. She still says nothing. Keep your distance aura fills the entire room. Finally, Nathan takes the hint. Then I'll leave you here. Enjoy your meal. Wait, Uncle Nathan. I stop him. Hearing my voice, Nathan stops. Then he turns around. Young Master Chan, what can I do for you? His smile is warm and friendly. He really seems like a warm person. That is why I have always liked him. Except, if I remember correctly, 3 days after Willow's birthday party in my previous life, a fire broke out at Royal Court Hotel. The cause was inadequate fire safety in the kitchen. Once the fire broke out, they discovered that the fire extinguishers were not even working. There were casualties because of the fire. Because of that incident, Royal Court Hotel, once the top hotel in Yun City, never recovered afterward. I heard Nathan even became sick because of it. I look at Nathan and ask, is there any issue with the fire safety at your hotel? Startled by my question, Nathan looks at me in surprise. Why are you suddenly interested in this? Young master, I just think maybe someone should check it properly, especially the kitchen. Don't worry, our fire safety is flawless. There's nothing to worry about. We take full responsibility for our guests. I simply look at him calmly. Uncle Nathan, why don't you go and check it yourself? Seeing my insistence, a trace of annoyance appears on Nathan's face. Young Master Chan, what exactly are you implying? Don't you trust me? Your father and I are close friends. He knows my character well. Your father knows that I run my business with integrity. You are questioning my character. I am almost the same age as his son. In his eyes, I am just a child. What would I know about this? Sophia speaks because he asked why. Why don't you just go and take a look? Nathan truly respects her. I'll go right now. Sophia remains composed and carries herself with authority. Although she's almost the same age as me, somehow her words carry more weight and win people over. Once Nathan leaves, I turn towards Sophia in surprise. Why did you help me? I only needed to ask. Because actually, I know a lot. But from Sophia's perspective, I should not know any of this. Hearing me, she says, you asked. Helping was only natural. Weren't you afraid that I was just making things up? What difference does it make? Sophia says, even if it's a joke, it's no big deal. It just means he'll have to go and check it. She says all this very calmly. But looking at her, warmth surges through my chest, a feeling of deep trust. It takes me back to the moment when I found out that I had HIV. No one considered me a victim. Everyone said I had brought trouble upon myself. If I had actually been careless, perhaps I would have have accepted the blame. But everyone condemned me anyway. They were disgusted by me. I began to hate myself, and I never imagined that it was Willow who had deliberately made someone use an HIV patient's needle on me, just so she would have an excuse not to marry me. Only the person who trapped you truly knows how humiliated you have been. Sophia and I stay at dinner for quite a while. Even after finishing our food, we do not leave. I brought my homework with me and do it there. Sophia helps me with some problems, and we stay until evening. As Willow's birthday party comes to an end and everyone prepares to leave, Willow has not paid the bill, so everyone is stuck there. Willow calls me. For the first time, I do not answer. Sophia is sitting beside me. She watches as I let it keep ringing. I know exactly who it is. I continue ignoring it until Willow calls twice more, then I answer. Evan, what exactly is your problem? Willow's voice is boiling with anger. The angrier she gets, the better I feel. Yes, I do not want anything to do with her anymore, but the score from my previous life is still unsettled. Otherwise, how could I swallow this humiliation? I smile. What happened? Campus Queen? Why are you so angry? Come here and pay the bill. Willow lowers her voice. Don't cause trouble. She thought that after the party ended, she would simply leave and never have to deal with me again, but she did not know that I was waiting here for her. Now she does not have enough money to pay, and everyone is stuck because of her. Everyone is waiting for her. I say, this is strange. It's your birthday. I wasn't even invited. So why should I pay the bill? Why don't you split it with your classmates? Everyone can contribute. They have always been good to you. You have a great relationship with everyone. You always treat them to food. I used to give Willow more than 100,000 won in pocket money every month, and Willow took it without any guilt. She believed the money from tutoring was her right. She was generous with it too. She would occasionally treat everyone to food. Everyone thought Willow was rich and wanted to stay close to her, but that money was mine every time. Evan, do you really have to do this? What exactly do you want from me? Come and pay the bill. If you're asking for a favor, say it like that. Don't you think? I hear a sharp, angry breath from Willow over the phone. My crazy devotion to her is no longer the same as before. Obviously, she is furious. I smile. No. Fine, I'm hanging up. Please, Willow. She grits her teeth while holding the phone. The staff has blocked everyone from leaving and no one can go. I hang up. I stand up and tell Sophia, I'll be right back. I walk all the way to the Jade Room where everyone from the party is still gathered. They are all stuck here. Every eye is fixed on Willow, waiting for her to pay. The atmosphere has become painfully awkward. No one can leave. Willow has no choice but to stand there in front of everyone's eyes. Just then, I arrive. The manager walks over. Young Master Chen. He greets me. I look around the room. Everyone is dressed up and looking their best. This afternoon, all of them looked down their noses at me. Now, none of them can show that same arrogance. After all, there is nothing more embarrassing than being stuck here, unable to pay. What's going on here? Isn't this Campus Queen Willow's birthday party? It doesn't look like anyone is having fun. I deliberately look Willow up and down. Her face is darker than everyone else's. Miss Willow hasn't paid the bill. I simply asked them to settle it. Ah, so that's all it is. It's no big deal. There's no need to make a scene. They are all my classmates. I'll cover tonight's bill. As I speak, I hand over my card. The manager takes it and goes to charge it. Everyone's facial expressions become complicated as they look at me. It is Willow's birthday party, yet she was forced to make me pay. What's going on? Can't she pay for herself? Willow feels her face burning. She looks at me. No wonder. I came so easily. That was my whole point, to embarrass her, to make sure everyone knew. She was broke. She depended on my money. She could have quietly settled the payment, but instead, I made a spectacle in front of everyone. I insisted on having the card swiped in front of everyone. This man has gone crazy. Not long after the manager finishes the transaction, he returns the card and receipt to me. It's done, young Master Chen. Here is the bill. I take one look at it. Then I deliberately read the number aloud. 8,600 yuan. Happy birthday, Willow. I'll cover it this year, but not next time. As I speak, I glance toward Julian. He is standing right beside me. His face is already turning ashen and gray. Wait, Willow's money all came from Evan. Wasn't she supposed to be a rich heiress? For everyone watching, this scene is nothing but humiliating. Vanessa steps forward. Evan, what kind of joke is this? Just because Willow's money went through you, that doesn't mean it belongs to you. You're just the child of their family's servant. You are only holding it for them. What's there to be so self-righteous about? Does your family's money get kept with a servant? I turn toward Vanessa with a faint smile. Because you are saying that I am Willow's servant's son. Let me make it clear. Her father is the driver at my house. That day, he dropped me off outside the school to drive Willow and Julian. They have already been fired. If you don't believe me, just ask Willow herself. As I say this, my eyes fall on her. Is that right, Campus Queen? She looks at me. Her eyes burn with hatred. No matter how poor she has been throughout her entire life, she has never suffered this kind of humiliation. Now everyone is watching her fall apart and she cannot say anything. After all, I could easily take my payment back and leave her here. She ignores me and walks out. After seeing all this, Julian follows her. What he has just seen is almost too much, yet he has no choice but to go after her. He never expected her to be the driver's daughter, so why did she keep pretending to be a wealthy heiress? Once the two of them leave, I look around the room. If there's nothing else, you are all free to leave. Be careful on your way home. It's late. One by one, everyone leaves the Jade Room. I watch them them leave. Then, finally, I leave the Jade room myself. The manager walks with me to the entrance to see me to the elevator. Sophia arrives just then, and we take 7 steps into the elevator. I remain silent, unusually calm. Although I just made my identity clear in front of everyone, it brings me no happiness. Compared to what I suffered, such a small punishment for Willow does not reduce my anger at all. Seeing me silent, Sophia does not ask anything. When we reach the ground floor, Nathan is waiting there. He quickly comes forward. Evan, this time he is focused on me, not Sophia. Uncle Nathan. Nathan grabs my hand. Evan, thank you so much. If it weren't for you, our hotel would be in serious trouble. I checked it myself and found all kinds of problems. It was all because of my cousin's negligence. I've already sent him away. That's all you had to do. Nathan curiously asks, how did you know our fire safety had a problem? The question catches me off guard. I have no choice but to make something up. I had a dream about it last night. Hearing my answer, Nathan cannot stop himself from laughing. Okay, I won't ask anything else. By the way, I prepared some gifts for both of you. He signals to his assistant beside him, who brings the gifts over. 2 small gift bags. Thank you. If you ever need anything in the future, don't hesitate. He knows how much he owes me. Nathan walks us to the door. The Lee family's car is already parked outside. Once inside, I look out the window. There are not many pedestrians at this time. However, the traffic is still heavy. There is a bit of a traffic jam. Usually when Sophia and I are together, we have a lot to talk about. But tonight, it is unusually quiet. Sophia does not pressure me. She is just thinking about how I knew about the hotel's fire safety problem. Logically, how could I know more about that hotel than Nathan? She has also heard about what happened in the Jade room. Today is Willow's birthday, and instead of being with her, I spent the entire day with Sophia. That is one thing, but then I also humiliated Willow like that. I really want to be completely finished with Willow, so why do I look so sad right now? Actually, this sadness only lasts for a moment. Then it disappears because I know I have been reborn. Everything can still be fixed as long as I do not repeat the mistakes of my previous life. There is still plenty of time to fix things. Soon, fatigue takes over me. Studying this much every day is really exhausting. It feels like I could sleep forever. Sleep starts coming over me already. Before long, I fall asleep leaning against Sophia's shoulder. Sophia freezes. She does not dare to move. By the time we reach the Chan residence, her arm has started to hurt. She does not dare move. Afraid of waking me, she remains completely still. Miss, we've arrived. Sophia looks outside, then her gaze settles on my pale, sleeping face. She hesitates to wake me. By now, the driver has already gotten out. He's waiting outside, but Sophia still does not wake me. I feel the car stop. Waking up, I look out the window and realize we are already home. Then, I look at Sophia. She's sitting there quietly. She does not even dare look at me. I rub my slightly stiff neck and sit up straight. We are already here. Sophia nods. Then why didn't you wake me? You were sleeping so peacefully. As always, her face remains completely blank while she speaks. I look at her and notice that her ears are turning red. I remember that she has always been quite innocent, but I did not expect her to be this pure. Hearing my name, Sophia looks at me. I ask her, are you afraid of me? No. Then why don't you look at me? Whenever we're together, it feels like you can't stand me. Sophia slowly coughs. I'm just not used to having someone this close to me. You're the first. Hearing this, I cannot stop myself from laughing. Then why didn't you push me away? To prove to herself that she was not being led by me, Sophia asks, how did you and Willow break up? Didn't you love her very much? This question catches me off guard. I look toward the empty road. I just realized that I don't love her anymore. It's okay. I'm going inside. I've just gotten out of the car when the gates of the Chan residence slowly open. Dad, Mr. Chan walks toward the door. As soon as I see him, my eyes light up. Dad, you're finally back. Mr. Chan is always busy with work. Most of the time, I'm alone at home. There is no shortage of servants in the house, but hardly any of them can stop me. That is one thing. But my father also spoils me so much that he never disciplined me, always thinking that as long as I am happy, everything is fine. My father's affection for me made those the most carefree days of my life. Except in my previous life, my father warned me not to become so fixated on Willow, and I never listened. This time, seeing his son return home again, his face is initially stern. He wants to regain some fatherly authority, but he never expected that I would suddenly do this, that I would suddenly burst into tears. Mr. Chan immediately becomes panicked, gently patting my shoulder. What happened, son? Who upset you? Was it that little girl, Willow? I heard you fired both her and her father. I hug him. Nothing. I just missed you. Oh, you silly child. I call you more than before, and you still complain that I'm bothering you. Oh, is that the Lee family's car? Sophia has already gotten out. My eyes are still red, and it feels a little embarrassing to be seen like this in front of her. Sophia gave me a ride home. We went out for dinner together tonight. Mr. Chan is clearly surprised to see me. When he first brought up this engagement, I was completely against it and even said that I would have nothing to do with Sophia. And now look at us, going out together. However, he has no idea what happened to his son. Mr. Chan turns towards Sophia. Sophia, come inside and sit for a while. Uncle Chan, thank you, but I can't today. I have to go back. She looks at me once, then she turns around and gets back into the car. The Lee family's car drives away. Only then do I go inside with my father. Did Sophia upset you? Seeing my red and sad eyes, I shake my head. No, she's actually been very kind to me. I sit down on the couch. My father's eyes remain fixed on me. He's still very young. Of course, even when he passed away later, he was not old. But I always remember that when he left, he looked much more tired and aged. Mr. Chan keeps asking repeatedly, making sure that Willow did not cause cause me any trouble. Only then does he breathe a little easier. Sunday morning, I had just woken up when Mrs. Joe told me Willow was here. The scene from last night flashes through my mind. Willow and my relationship is completely over. By now, she should understand that I will no longer spoil her. I never thought she would come here. I go downstairs and see Clear's throat. That it is not just Willow. Her father is here too. Mr. Lane is sitting on the couch talking to Mr. Chan. Mr. Chan, it was Willow's mistake. She has no manners. I have scolded her. She won't bother Evan anymore. Mr. Chan's eyebrows rise. What right do you have to take my son's name? He has disliked the Lane family for a long time, and if he were not afraid of his son breaking his relationship with them, he would never tolerate them. Mr. Lane realizes that he has gone too far and quickly apologizes. Young master, young master. Seeing me coming down the stairs, he quickly looks away. Good morning, young master. I brought Willow here especially to apologize to you. I look at Willow. She's sitting there. Her face is filled with sadness and anger. She does not say a single word. Apologize? I don't think Willow came here to apologize. Every corner of her face is screaming unwillingness. It is obvious. She is still furious about what happened last night. There is no chance she will apologize to me. Mr. Lane, what are you talking about? Willow did nothing wrong to me. There is no need for her to apologize. But I heard you fired her. When Mr. Lane himself was fired, he was not even this upset. His monthly salary was not very high anyway. He worked long hours day and night, but Willow was different. She only had to tutor me a little, and she received a considerable amount of money for it. Perhaps she even thought that one day, the entire Chan family fortune would belong to her. Now that everything between us has fallen apart, Mr. Lane would never agree to let her continue tutoring me. Over the past few years, my grades had gotten even worse, and Willow herself admitted that she was not capable of teaching me. I was simply too stupid. She could not teach me anything. So I fulfilled her wish and let her go. To be honest, there is no dispute between us. She didn't hurt me. There is no need for an apology. Mr. Chan gives me a look. He sees how calmly I am saying all this. Before, I used to insist that Willow teach me. She had no choice. Now, I am the one who fired her. Mr. Chan is a little surprised and somewhat emotional too. His son has finally grown up. I have class and I need to eat. Mr. Chan calls someone and has the father and daughter escorted out. After breakfast, I go outside. The driver is already waiting in the courtyard. I get into the car. As we leave the Chan estate, I see that Willow is still standing near the gate. Her father is there too, and unlike his gentle manner inside, Mr. Lane raises his hand and slaps her hard. I know Willow's entire story. Her father is a gambler. Her mother could no longer endure it and left Willow behind. She has lived with her father all these years. She borrowed money from relatives to stay in school. As she grew older, she found ways to support herself. Even under these circumstances, she was always outstanding at school. Every year she ranked first in her batch. That is why I always cared about her so much. That is why I took such good care of her. I gave her everything so that her life could be a little easier. But to her, I was just an ATM. I was never someone who truly mattered to her. I look away and head straight to school. Because of what happened yesterday, everyone's attitude toward me seems to have softened considerably. My classmates begin approaching me on their own. Evan, is your family really that rich? So you really were the one giving Willow all her money? We all thought she was a girl from a wealthy family. Didn't you all know that before? We're still processing it. Young master, why don't you look at me? I promise I'll be much more obedient than Willow. I look at the girl saying this, and hearing her words, I burst out laughing. Just then, Willow arrives. Just because I said no, you had to do this to me. Evan, no matter what methods you use, I will never like you. People like you with bad grades brag about having a little family money. You think everything revolves around you. Young master, you're not even worth one finger of Julian. Hearing Willow mention Julian suddenly reminds everyone that I have always been at the bottom of the class. I am not only Willow's follower, but I also seem to be a complete idiot. Before I can say anything, Willow brings up last night's party. You were the one who forced me to invite everyone. I didn't even want to go. But in the end, you deliberately humiliated my classmates. Do you think that just because you have money that you can trample on other people's dignity? And don't say that you helped me. That money was simply the payment for tutoring you. From now on, I won't take a single penny from you, and don't expect me to help you anymore. As soon as Willow finishes speaking, she changes seats with someone, making it clear that she wants nothing to do with me. She goes back to playing the role of the same cold, untouchable top student. Always the same routine. I haven't forgotten how she was asking me for help last night. At first, seeing her father slap her made me feel a little sorry for her. Looking back now, it seems she deserved it, and I won't spare her anymore. Tutoring, Willow? You really have the nerve to mention it. Since you started tutoring me, besides spending money, have you done a single useful thing? My absolute bottom grades every month prove what your tutoring was like. Willow speaks without any emotion. I told you before, you're just too stupid. It has nothing to do with me. Evan, you have so much money, so use that money to buy yourself a new brain. As soon as Willow says this, everyone around us bursts into laughter. I look at her, that arrogant, self-satisfied expression. Are you sure I'm stupid and not your teaching method being being the real problem. Willow finds out that I have made Sophia my tutor. She gives a slight scoff. Fine, then let's do this. At the next monthly exam, let's see how you do. I'm not asking for too much. Just move up 100 places in the grade rankings. I'll admit that the mistake was mine. She is clearly curious to find out whether Sophia can really put anything into that useless brain. Deal. I look at her. She's only asking me to move up 100 places. It is not even a huge demand. That alone shows how little respect she has for me. Seeing me agree, Willow turns toward the crowd. You all heard him. He admitted it himself. If his rank doesn't improve by 100 places in the next monthly exam, I, Willow, will run 10 kilometers. Wow. Everyone's eyes immediately fix on her. They begin buzzing with excitement. Vanessa looks at me. Since Campus Queen is taking responsibility for 10 kilometers, will you also run 10 kilometers if you lose? Evan, can you even endure that much? If you're scared, admit defeat right now. The deal is 100 places. It's not difficult, especially since I've been studying with Sophia these past few days. Her way of explaining things is so clear and I can really feel myself improving. So I agree without hesitation. Besides, it will give me more motivation to work harder. People need a goal to stay motivated. Seeing me stand there so confidently, Willow cannot help but scoff. Idiot. Then she sits down, genuinely surprised that I actually agreed. Whenever she explained problems to me, I couldn't answer a single question. She knows my level very well, and now she is already looking forward to watching me run 10 kilometers. They have just finished setting up the bed and moved away. Julian is standing at the door. He has heard everything Willow said. He has been in a bad mood all night, but now something begins to change in his mind. Willow is talented and beautiful, and even though her family isn't rich, her hard work and determination put her 100 times above an idiot like Evan. With her own abilities, she will definitely succeed one day. With this thought, he walks toward her. Willow, even though your father is just a driver, he earns his living through his own hard work, and your grades have always been the best. Coming from a difficult background and reaching this point was not easy. I will always stand firmly by your side. As soon as Julian says this, all the classmates who doubted Willow suddenly become emotional and look at Willow from a new perspective. She has always been a top student. People liked her not because of money, but because of her character and talent. Evan, on the other hand, wants people to come to him without making any effort at all. Absolutely shameless. Because of Willow's harsh criticism, everyone now starts thinking of me as useless. I had somehow managed to get rid of the label of being a simp and a servant's son, but now people are starting to distance themselves from me again. This time, it is because of my grades. To be honest, I don't care. Compared to the loneliness and helplessness of my previous life, this is nothing. After all, I have money and parents who love me. I focus on my classes and avoid getting involved with them. After school, my parents come together to pick me up. Both of them are over 40 this year, but back in their day, they were the golden couple of their school. Even today, their carefree charm hasn't faded at all. Mom gets out of the car and warmly hugs me the moment she sees me. Then she lovingly opens the car door for me. Willow and Julian have just come out of school and witnessed the entire scene. Some classmates walking with them become curious when they see me with an older woman. She looks to be around 40. What could her relationship with Evan be? The others start making guesses. I knew Evan couldn't possibly be a real young master. It looks like we really thought too highly of him. Willow doesn't even bother to explain things for me. Julian looks at Willow, and when she remains silent, he assumes everyone's guesses are correct. He suddenly feels a sense of relief. My academic performance definitely isn't good, but my family's wealth gives me the ability to spend hundreds of thousands in a single night. That fact had always bothered Julian. There was always a nagging feeling that he had been born one step below me, but now he feels as though things have finally balanced out. At the very least, he would never do something so shameful. He would achieve his dreams through his own hard work alone. One day, he would have everything that I have too. Julian and Willow get on the bus. Willow says, "I'm not going with you today." She can no longer earn money from tutoring me, so she has taken a part-time job. She has already accumulated so much gambling debt. Her father had already taken a large portion of her earnings before. Now she has no choice but to live for herself. On the other hand, Julian lives a much easier life. My parents take me out and buy me a brand new phone, then they take me out for dinner. While we're having dinner, Sophia has already arrived. She lives in unity with her uncle, who's a very close friend of Mr. Chan. Tonight is like a formal meeting between the two families. Mr. Chan had wanted to arrange this meeting for a long time, but I had always been against it. I had been blindly obsessed with Willow, and because of that, this dinner had never happened before. Seeing me happily here today gives Mr. Chan a silent sense of relief. His son has finally grown up. He is finally willing to listen. Throughout the meal, he happily talks with Sophia's uncle. I sit beside Sophia and tell her about the bet I made with others that I have to move up 100 places in the rankings. After explaining everything, Sophia doesn't say much. She simply says, "Yes." I can't quite understand her. Does she think I acted too hastily? Is the pressure too much? After listening to me, Sophia looks at me. "No. Then do you think I have a chance? Even if I can follow the problems you recently explained to me, will that be enough?" "It's fine, just leave it to me. And you're actually quite smart. You're not as dumb as some people say." The person she's obviously referring to is Willow. Willow had called me stupid. Sophia hadn't said anything at the time, but she had clearly taken note of it. Hearing this makes me smile. It feels reassuring to hear that from you, so I'll be relying on you a lot over the next few weeks. Absolutely. While we're talking, I suddenly realize that the room has become quiet. I look around and find my father and Sophia's uncle both staring at at us, which makes me feel a little awkward. Dad, why are you staring? It's nothing. You two just keep talking. Mr. Chan goes back to talking with Sophia's uncle, though inwardly he can't help being surprised by how comfortable the two of us seem around each other. Even though they arranged this engagement themselves, he feels something strange, as if his troublesome son is finally about to leave him. After dinner, Mr. Chan and Sophia's uncle still have some important matters to take care of, so Sophia and I leave first. We don't go straight home. We find a cafe, and because I feel like eating ice cream, I go and place an order. After ordering, I come back and sit beside Sophia. We continue solving problems together. My mind is still filled with everything from class. After all, that 10-kilometer run is still hanging over my head. It could really kill me. Here is your order. The server arrives quickly with our things. I look up and find that the person standing there in a server's uniform is none other than Willow. I stare at her in shock. What are you doing here? Willow looks at me coldly. That question is something I should be asking you. Did you know I work here? And that's why you came here to bother me? Even though I have recently started keeping my distance from her, Willow still thinks to herself that somewhere deep down, I still have feelings for her and am simply trying to put pressure on her. Otherwise, how could it be such a huge coincidence that I ended up at the exact place where she took a part-time job? You're thinking too much. It's a complete coincidence. Willow glances at Sophia once, then doesn't stay there for even another moment. She turns around and leaves. It's obvious that she doesn't want to waste even a second with either of us. Looking at her arrogant and self-absorbed attitude, I honestly don't understand what she has to be so proud of. I turn back and offer Sophia some ice cream. She refuses. You eat it, she says, reaching forward to pick up my bag. Then the two of us leave the cafe together. Honestly, I had planned to stay a little longer, but running into Willow had really ruined my mood. Over the next 2 weeks, I study hard every single day. Sophia often comes to the Chan house to teach me, and my grades begin to improve noticeably. Even so, whenever Willow sees me studying so seriously, she never misses a chance to mock me. Even if you're regretting it now, it's better to quit while you still can. Otherwise, don't come crying to me after the results come out. You're bothering me. I frown and immediately put on my earbuds. The monthly exams finally come to an end. I'm in an unusually good mood, and I run straight home. The results haven't come out yet, but I feel like I did really well. Sophia is sitting in the courtyard drinking tea and keeping Big White company. Big White is getting fatter and fatter every day. I pick her up and hug her. You came early today. I come early most days. I was wondering if there aren't any activities at your school. Willow is the top student at their school, and Julian always seems to have a lot going on too. But compared to them, Sophia seems much more relaxed. Whenever I come home, she's already here. I have more freedom. No one keeps an eye on me, so I don't have any school activities either. I don't join the student council. I don't join clubs either. Sophia nods. I do participate in competitions sometimes, but I usually quit. Why? Because it's boring, and the teachers think it's pointless too. It lowers the confidence of the other students. But I think I've seen you compete a lot. Actually, in those competitions that Willow participated in, she said you were always there too, and the very first time you beat her. That's why she hates you so much. Sophia picks up her cup and silently takes a sip. Whatever competition Willow enters, Sophia hardly ever misses it. I'm eager to find out how well I did, so right there in the courtyard, Sophia and I check the answers together, and I got most of them right. My mood immediately lifts. When the results finally come out, the homeroom teacher walks into the classroom. As usual, she first praises Willow and Julian, who came in first and second place. Then she adds, but this time, there's another name that deserves to be mentioned, and that name is Evan. At those words, I become completely alert. Willow glances at me for a moment with a mocking look in her eyes. The teacher continues, Evan has done really well this time. He has been at the bottom of the class for some time, but this time he has shown tremendous improvement. His score has brought him into the top 200 in the entire grade. If he continues working this hard, he will definitely do well in the college entrance exam. At the words top 200, everyone's eyes in the room widen. Even Willow pauses for a moment. She had expected moving up 100 places to be difficult for me, but now I've made it into the top 200. Honestly, even I didn't know this would happen. Such a huge leap. I couldn't have imagined it myself. Maybe it's because I suffered so much in my previous life. Now, I have no patience left for chasing empty pleasures. Maybe that's why I pay such serious attention in class. I listen carefully every single day. Then I review everything with Sophia, and she truly has a gift for teaching. Even the most difficult problems start to seem easy when she explains them. This proves that hard work really does pay off. Are you sure there isn't some mistake, Miss Bennett? Evan can't possibly do something like this. The teacher pauses for a moment. The teacher had always felt troubled by having a student like me, someone who was dragging down the class average. But now, getting confirmation from the teacher about such a tremendous leap gives me satisfaction. Why? Didn't you say I was very stupid? Don't forget about the 10 kilometers. Willow bites her lip. She is genuinely shocked. How did this person improve so much despite being so stupid? Is Sophia really such a good teacher? After school, Willow is forced to complete her 10-kilometer run. I don't even bother going home. I specifically stay behind to watch her suffer through it. I quietly sit to one side and watch her. I watch her dragging herself along through her loss. A strange, satisfying happiness washes over me. Honestly, this feels amazing. Julian watches from nearby, getting angry at my lack of sympathy. Vanessa's gaze shifts toward me. She thinks to Julian, so what if he's in the top 200? What's so great about that? He's acting as if he came came in first place. Even our campus queen wasn't this arrogant after coming first, and our Julian came in second place too. Julian's gaze settles on Willow and he says with a sigh, "A bet is a bet. Willow isn't someone who can't handle losing." Exactly. So what if his grades improved? Won't people still talk about him behind his back? Julian, you're just too kind-hearted. Vanessa lightly pats Julian on the shoulder. By the time Willow completes her 10 kilometers, the sky is already getting dark. Soaked in sweat, she comes back and looks at me. I nod my head in satisfaction. Perfect. If you ever feel like making another bet with me, go ahead. After saying that, I get up and walk out of the school completely satisfied. Willow watches my figure disappear into the distance. In her memories, I had always followed her around like a pathetic hanger-on, but now I don't even bother to look at her. Thinking about Sophia and me, could he really end up being with her forever? His family and Sophia are both rich. They're a perfect match. The moment that thought enters Willow's mind, she becomes extremely uneasy, as if something that belonged to her was being taken away. Seeing Willow looking in my direction, Julian asks, "Are you very tired? Drink some water." He hands her a bottle of water. Willow reaches out and takes it. "Thank you." In front of Julian, she always appears very graceful. Julian says, "You worked very hard today, but it's still strange. Evan's grades have always been so bad. So how did they suddenly improve so much? He must have cheated, right?" "I'm sure he did. He only cheated so he could keep the campus queen. Otherwise, what explanation is there? She taught him every day and his grades were still terrible. But now, suddenly, such a huge leap. Only you could say something like that." Julian gives Vanessa a look. "Without any evidence, you shouldn't make accusations like that. If he files a case against you, you'll be the one in trouble." Vanessa insists, "I'll tell the teacher tomorrow."